What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. Back for another Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video. In today's video, I want to discuss something that I haven't actually talked about yet, surprisingly, and that's movie characters. I'll be upfront and say, I've been saying all this time that movie characters won't be a part of the game. But in today's video, we may find out that they may have changed that, or they may be in the game in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, guys, let me start off by saying this. CyberConnect2 isn't known for like doing movie characters in their game. And I've watched interview after interview after interview. I mean, we followed the game since it was announced as Project Z back in January. And I can honestly say that no one has followed this game as closely as I have. I believe that in my heart of hearts. And they've said basically no. I mean, but going back and listening to that interview, I'm beginning to have some second thoughts on it. Now, one thing that I've noticed, especially after yesterday's video about Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super possibly being DLC, is that a lot of people want things in the game and they try to bring up evidence that would support what they want in the game. When I approach this game, I'm approaching it from a non-biased kind of thing. I'm not saying what I want in the game, you know, because there's things that still aren't in this game that I would love to have in this game. But a lot of things that I want in this game are in the game. So it's not much, you know, that I don't want because that I don't have in the game, you know. But one thing that I noticed is a lot of people are saying like Dragon Ball GT for DLC, and I wanted to address that really fast, guys. Dragon Ball GT more than likely won't be a part of this game. The reason why is because Akira Toriyama did not make Dragon Ball GT. Also, Toriyama is working with CyberConnect2 in making this game. And you'll hear in the interview, and they've resonated this sentiment that this is the story of Goku. Dragon Ball Z, the whole Dragon Ball franchise, is the story of Goku, according to the creator, Akira Toriyama. But GT was a different animal. GT was not Toriyama's work. Now, as fans of Dragon Ball, GT is still a part of that. I mean, you look in all the games, and guess what? There's things from GT there. You look in Fighters, you have Kid Goku. You know, you look in the Xenoverse, you have GT. You look in Budokai series, in the Tenkaichi series, you have GT. You look in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and you have GT. So, is it possible for them to do that? Yeah, it's possible. But they're not going to use downloadable content to strictly go GT. If anything, there would be an homage of some sort, some little Easter egg in the game that would hint at GT. But I'll be honest with you, right now, I don't see that happening. Even in Xenoverse 1, it was a while before they put GT into the game and stuff like that. So, but yet and still, it still could be done. But they're not. I don't believe they'll use that first round of seasonal content for GT. I don't expect that. I believe, if anything, that would be an addition later on down the road. But guys, also don't forget to join in on the giveaway. I'm doing a 3-month giveaway, giving away a copy of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the deluxe edition, which comes with the season pass. Giving away a copy of that for the next 3 months. We'll have a drawing at the end of November. Then we'll do another one in December, and then we'll do one for January before release to give people a chance to win that game. And then also, if you're looking for a great gaming chair, eWin's lineup of gaming chairs are awesome. I'm sitting in one now. I sit in one every day. And then you can use promo code Dmgaming for that 25% off, which does stack on top of any other discounts that they have. So, guys, I want to get into that interview, and I want you to listen at what they say when asked about movie characters.
Now, the Dragon Ball movies are in kind of a gray area. Most recently, Broly was sort of brought into the main canon. You're clearly kind of borrowing from other parts of the timeline. Will this incorporate any elements from the movies?
ドラゴンボールの映画では結構ブロリーは一応メインストーリーの結構前の方に多分タイムラインとして置かれてはいますけど、このゲームに関していろんな違うタイムラインだったり、その映画の要素をちょっと借りたり、搭載するっていうようなことはあるんでしょうか？
にはですね、原作、アニメであったドラゴンボール Z の物語を追体験するようなものになっています。
In terms of the movies, what I can say is this game has been Dragon Ball Z anime TV series experience.
ただですね、ただただアニメを追体験するだけ。
So pausing right there really fast, he basically said that the game is, and it froze up right there. I don't know why it does that on this feed, but he said, asked about the movie characters, would they be a part of the game, basically, and he told him that the game would follow the Dragon Ball Z anime series in the manga. So as far as the base game goes, as far as the story goes, no. But listen to what he says next.
だけではなくて、先ほどのはっちゃんのサブストーリーみたいなものもありますし、他にもまだまだ言えないんですけども、ファンの方々がきっと喜んでくれるであろう要素が含んでいます。
But of course, that is the foundation, and as we kind of teased a little earlier, you saw Hachan 8, Robot 8 in action. So there are going to be a lot of elements that the very die-hard Dragon Ball Z fans can look forward to experiencing.
Great. Well,
so guys, did you hear that correctly? And I hope that you did, because there's some very interesting information. He basically asked him about movie characters, and he told him that the movie characters are he basically told him that the game is going to follow the anime. Now, I want y'all to, if you listen to that entire interview, they present this game in two ways. Because they were asked earlier in that same interview about explorable areas and things like that. And one thing that they said was that, it's not a truly open world game, which we know that by now. And he said that as far as like playable characters and stuff like that, the game, when you're playing, this is what he said, when playing the story, you don't have a choice most of the time as to what character you're gonna play with. So for example, when I'm fighting Frieza or when I'm fighting Raditz, you're not gonna have a choice on who you get to play with. It's gonna be Goku, and then Piccolo is gonna be your support. But there are some instances where you do get to choose what character you want to go into battle with. Now, this is important because what he said was, the story, as far as the story goes, the story sticks to the anime. However, there are sub-quests and side missions, stuff like that you're able to freely select your characters. Now, we know that some sub-quests require certain characters, like the one with Nam when we seen the Majin Vegeta gameplay, that you can only do that as Gohan. You could go and talk to Nam as Majin Vegeta, but the only one who can take on that side quest is Gohan. Same way with Ader. Whenever Goku meets Ader, Goku's the only one who can take on that side quest. But you could, in a sense, talk to Ader as a different character. But it's he's going to get the same instance where he basically shuts you down. You need to do it with a different character. So the game is presented they talk about the game in two ways, and it's real subtle. It's real subtle. Now I'm gonna go back and play it again so that y'all can hear it, so that you can see what I'm saying after I'm describing what they're basically how they're talking about this game. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, it's causing me myself to backtrack as well, to retract the statement that I've said that movie characters won't be a part of this game. I believe they will possibly be a part of this game, but not in the way that we think they will. Because what he says later is that, and we just heard it, is that the game follows the anime, closely follows the anime. When he's saying the game, he's talking about the main story. He's not talking about side quests, because what he says later is basically, be that as it may, kind of like what we seen earlier with Ader, there are going to be Easter eggs in the game for those diehard fans. Ader is not in the Dragon Ball Z anime. He's from Dragon Ball, but yet you can still do side quests for him. Now, you don't fight Ader because, but that doesn't mean that there won't be side quests in the game. that will allow you to take on some of these movie characters. Now, you may ask the question, if that's the case, why haven't they shown that? First of all, it's not confirmed. Second of all, they are selling this game as a Dragon Ball Z story of Goku type of game. If they show movie characters from side quests and stuff like that, then that takes away from it being Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You get what I'm saying? It just like when the game was first announced and stuff, everybody thought that Goku was the only playable character. And even now, you know, they're still showing, every trailer that they show still pays some kind of homage to Goku. Okay, so now that you know that the game, they look at the game in two different ways as far as the story content and the subquest content. When they're talking about the game, they're talking about the base story of the game, because that is the marketing ploy of the game, the story of Goku. So let's listen to that. Let's listen to that one more time.
Canon, you're clearly kind of borrowing from other parts of the timeline. Will this incorporate any elements from the movies?
ドラゴンボールの映画では結構ブロリーは一応メインストーリーの結構前の方に多分タイムラインとして置かれてはいますけど、このゲームに関していろんな違うタイムラインだったり、その映画の要素をちょっと借りたり、搭載するっていうようなことはあるんでしょうか？
的にはですね、原作、アニメであったドラゴンボール Z の物語を追体験するようなものになっています。
In terms of the movies, what I can say is this game has been Dragon Ball Z anime TV series experience.
And see, guys, what he says there, because I know what it says when it cut out, but he's saying the game is made to closely follow and resemble the Dragon Ball Z anime. That's what he says when it cuts out.
ただただアニメを追体験するだけではなくて、先ほどのはっちゃんのサブストーリーみたいなものもありますし、他にもまだまだ言えないんですけども、ファンの方々がきっと喜んでくれるであろう要素が含んでいます。
But of course, that is the foundation, and as we
see right there, he said, of course, that is the foundation, meaning that is the foundation of the game is the story of the game. The story of the game is made to closely follow the Dragon Ball Z anime. However, let's continue.
You kind of teased a little earlier. You saw Hachan 8, Robot 8, in action. So there are going to be a lot of elements that the very die-hard Dragon Ball Z fans can look forward to experiencing.
See, so the die-hard Dragon Ball Z fans know all about the movie characters and stuff like that, as well as GT. So if they are going to be a part of the game, they're not going to be a part of the story. They are going to be side quest submission type things. That is very dope, man. I mean, that's what I took away from it. Excuse me. And I have to apologize because when I first listened to that information, when this interview first came out, I was under the impression that they weren't doing movie characters because they said the game would closely follow the anime. But guys, I've been listening to these interviews over and over, and I'll take periods in between. And now that new information is out about the game, I'm going back and listening to these interviews and listening at this at the beginning when he said the story, the story, and then he talked about subquests. It dawned on me that, wow, they're speaking about this game in two different lights. When they talk about the foundation of the game, when they talk about the base game, they're talking about the story. The story tells the story of Goku. The subquests tell a different story. The subquest is for the adventurers. It's for the new content for the other people and stuff like that, So, and then basically just then, whenever he said the foundation, the game is set to closely resemble the anime. That's the foundation of the game. But as with Android 8, there are different things for the die-hard fans, and those different things are the subquests. So for people who say, oh, it's the same old story, yeah, the story is the same, but the subquest is the new content for us fans of the series who've seen it over and over. The subquest is that breath of fresh air where we'll possibly get the movie characters, some GT stuff and things like that. Now, that is some interesting information. I would love to know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. And for all of you who I've told no movie characters won't be in the game, I have to apologize. Now, there is one more interview where they were talking to a woman, and I'm trying to find that interview because they asked her as well about movie characters. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, her answer was a direct no, that movie characters won't be a part of this game. So I'm going to find that interview. And after I listen to it, then I'll give you my final verdict. But as of right now, I'm changing to go with the possibility that movie characters will be a part of the game via subquests and homages and things like that. So that's all I have, guys. Man, it's been an awesome day. I hope y'all have an awesome day as well. Thank y'all for tuning in this long. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.